So, I'm in nature today, as you can see, and I'm just really very reflective how life can come full circle. There's a book called The Alchemist, and my memory of that book is about a shepherd who sells his sheep and goes off to search for treasure. He goes through getting wealth and losing wealth, he goes through being battered, and he lands right back in the spot that he was many years ago, and that was where his treasure really was. But for him to appreciate the treasure, he had to take a journey around the world. Today, I'm actually feeling like that. I'm sitting here in the country. Anybody who knows me long enough, some people still believe that I actually live full-time in the country, and I haven't for over 20 years. But what's interesting is that my mother would tell me these fabulous stories about her life in St. Elizabeth. But as a child, I heard those stories until, Lord, me just tired. You hear them till you tune them out. Now, no one knew that after my journey in broadcasting, which was almost 30 years on and off, my journey into studying counseling, my journey into working as a training officer, traveling the island and training people in the restaurant industry, that I was going to become an entrepreneur making my own products. So far, I have certification in making natural soaps, shampoos, hair conditioner, body butters, the list goes on. And so now I've come full circle to the point where all of those stories about my grandmother in St. Elizabeth, my grandparents, mean so much to me. The fact that they planted turmeric, ginger, cane with their own two hands. And I do remember our summers in Elderslie in St. Elizabeth. We did nothing but just wring those canes out of the ground and chew them up with our mouth, and we were not interested in anything else. Now, I am learning. My grandmother, Marion Robinson, of blessed memory, she planted, she sold in the market. Oh my God, the memories are now, those stories are now rich stories. Why? Why do they mean something suddenly after so many years? Well, in my products that I make with my own two hands, I'm now using an abundance of turmeric. I love ginger. I love it to drink, to make soaps, to put in various products, even in my hair care and my skincare products. I am now interested in doing things that I was never interested in before. And I'll tell you one thing. As a little girl, my mom used to wake me up and she'd say, Tanya, come plant this for me because your hand grow things. I got to the point where I resented that so much. I was like, why doesn't mommy just let me sleep? And so for many years, I had an aversion to plants. I love to look at them, but I wouldn't even water them. I wouldn't plant anything. Can you imagine that after living like that for so many years, I am now enjoying putting my hand in the ground? Lemongrass, I was planting some lemongrass, watering some lemongrass recently. And now I want to plant ginger, and I want to look at turmeric, and I want to do all these natural things because I've come to the point in my life where I realize the importance of these natural substances for the body. We all know that processed food kills, right? But we know that a lot of the things in its natural state, if used properly, could enhance our lives. So I wanted to share that with you today. Out in nature, out where the pimento tree is, out where the mango tree is, out where the neeseberry tree is, I'm looking at the leaf of life and the vervain and all these wonderful things. I don't know enough, but I'm certainly researching, and I've gotten back to the point, like the alchemist, where all the stories my mom told me about living in the country are now like gems. They are like treasures. What are your stories? What are the things that you know that nobody else knows? What can you plant? What can you grow? Oh, life becomes so much more enjoyable when you can plant a tree and watch it grow. So I'm Tanya from Taynas Body Care, and I hope to share a lot more with you. As long as life lasts and I'm learning more, I want to share it with you. I want to tell you about turmeric, about ginger, about vervain, about all these beautiful things that God gave us. Wow. Okay, so this is Leaf Alive, guys. This is Leaf Alive. And let me just take off a leaf or two and tell you about this. So, years ago, I was admitted once in the hospital for about 2 weeks with asthma. And when I came off, I had to be on the clinic for a while. I don't remember who it was, but one wise person told my mom to get some Leaf Alive. So what I would do is whenever, well, they taught me to do it as a child, whenever I felt my chest tightening or wheezing, I would get some Leaf Alive, which used to grow in Kingston in those days, and beat it up, wring out all the juice, tip a little lime in there, and swallow that with take a tablespoon or two, and it would help to free up the bronchial airways. So Leaf of Life, it little but it talawa. It has many benefits, and recently I had it with some ginger. Not for any particular reason, but just because I could. So do your research on Leaf Alive, guys. There may be more to it, but I know that it clears up if you have a cold, a flu, tightening in the chest. I'm not suggesting that I'm not giving you medical advice, but I'm just telling you what our ancestors did and what I have done, and what you may be able to add to whatever you're doing if it is that you have the issues that I just shared with you. So Leaf Alive, guys. Leaf of Life. So let me tell you what I want from you. I want you to tell me where in Jamaica you're from, and what are the plants that are popular to you and what their use is. And if you have a specific thing that you'd like me to research and probably to make some content on, I want you to put that in the comment section below so that we can look at those things for you and we could probably talk about them together. All right, so I'm looking to hear from you.